Here we are. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome today. I am Michelle Valenti, or you can say Minnie Mouse. And today we are going to be doing a seated level 1 class. So all you need today is a chair, some water nearby for our breaks, and then weights. Those are optional, though. We'll be using those later in the class. Today is October the 29th. Obviously, you would hope that I don't just dress up like this for no reason. But anyway, so we're having a little fun today in class. We're going to record this one. And if you want, then you can watch it at home and follow along at home. All right, so let's start by taking some deep breaths here. I want you to sit up nice and tall in your chair with your feet about shoulder width apart and your toes pointed forward. All right, we're going to straighten our back. We're going to bring our arms down to the sides, and I want you to lift your arms up towards the ceiling and take a deep breath in. And then as we exhale, we're going to fold at the waist and reach down towards our toes. Good. And then inhale, reach up again, nice and tall. Big deep breath in. And exhale and fold. Good. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. All right, and sit up nice and tall. We're going to bring our arms out to the sides. We're going to try to straighten them and then do some small circles forward. So you should start feeling this at the top of your shoulders and your back. Should not be painful. So if it is, if you have a bad shoulder, just lower your arms down. Maybe just rest one if you need to, okay? So we're going to start feeling a little burning here, but it shouldn't be painful. It's just those muscles warming up. Then we're going to stop and let's go the other way. So take them backwards and around. Good. Once again, nice big deep breaths, opening up that chest, opening our lungs. And bring those arms down. Good. All right. Now we're going to make a fist in front of our shoulders and we're going to straighten our arms out in front, opening our fingers wide. Pull back in and straight. Good. In and straight. In and straight. Good. So we want to work on straightening those arms at the elbows if you can. Okay. We also are working on opening our fingers wide and stretching through those fingers. Good. And all the while, we're going to try to sit up with our back as straight as we can. Use our core. Good. Now let's take our arms out to the sides and straighten and bend back in. Now, as you open them up, try to stretch a little behind you, and that will help open up the chest muscles. Good. Nice. All right. Now, one more like that. We're going to go arms straight down to the sides and curl up. Good. Once again, we're working on straightening at the elbow if we can. Straighten and bend. Good. Keep opening those fingers up nice and wide. Good. All right. Now, let's take our hands in front, and we're going to start turning at the waist a little bit. We're going to pedal forward or swim forward, whatever it sounds better to you. But we're going to do big circles. I want you to turn that waist a little bit if you can, circling our arms and shoulders. Good. So I start feeling that in my waist and my core a little bit, even through my ribs. Good. All right. Now let's put our hands on our lap. We're going to try to stretch the neck. So I want to soften my shoulders and I want to dip my chin down towards my chest, nice and slow. Should feel that stretch down the back of my neck. And now I'm going to lift it up nice and high and stretch that neck up towards the ceiling. And back down again. And up again. And down. All right, let's do that one more time. Nice and high. Stretch that neck up and down. All right, now back to the center. And then we're going to slowly turn our head side to side. And I want you to try to feel that turn nice and slow. Good. All right, and back to the center again. Now we're going to do a little bit of a head tilt. So I want you to take your right ear towards your right shoulder, and you should feel that stretch down the left side of your neck. I want you to take your eyes and look up towards the ceiling. Try to keep those shoulders relaxed, and you should feel that stretch down the left side of your neck. Take a breath. Good. Let's tilt back to the center and then left ear towards the left shoulder. Looking up. Deep breath. Good. Back up. Let's do that one more time. Right ear to the right shoulder. Looking up. Keeping our shoulders relaxed. Deep breath in and out. And let's switch that left ear to left shoulder. Ears. Right, that's right. And back up. Good. All right. Now, let's do a little twisting side to side. Take your hands. I want you to turn towards your right and then slowly turn towards your left. And feel that turn in your core. Okay? Feel that turn in your spine. You can go at your own pace, but see if you can get a little further each time. Make sure you're taking those deep breaths in and out. All right, one more time around and back to the center. Okay, I'm going to keep my hands on my legs for now. I'm just going to lift my toes and start tapping down into the floor nice and hard so I feel my feet on the bottom. And I'm also feeling the front of my calves here. Good. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but with my heels. So squeezing up onto my toes, squeezing my calves. Good. And let's press down nice and hard into the floor with those heels. Squeeze those calves, squeeze those ankles. Good. All right, now let's lift just the toes up, spin on your heels, tap out, and then lift, spin on your heels in. So we're opening up the hips as well as those ankles. Good. As wide as you can with those toes. Really good. 3 more times. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Now we're going to start a little march in our chair. Just starting to lift those legs up and down one at a time, working those quads and hip flexors. Okay. So I want you to look at your own legs. Make sure you're working the same amount if you can. Sometimes one side doesn't work as hard as the other, so we're going to make it work. And as you're lifting those knees, you might start feeling your core tighten up right here. I'm going to add a little bit of an arm swing here. That's optional. If it messes you up, just work on the legs. Good. It's hard to march in a chair. You have to work your legs. Yeah, especially with arms. You can always get a chair without arms like mine, though. That's why I pull those out too sometimes. All right, let's go ahead and stop our march. Now we're going to bring our heels out in the front one at a time and straighten our leg if you can. So we lift our heel out, straighten that leg, and then lift it nice and high back. Then our left side, heel out, lift back. Good. Heel out, lift back. Good. So we're just switching back and forth. Once again, this warms up our hip flexors and our quads, and it also stretches those hamstrings a little bit, the back of the leg. We're also just working on trying to lengthen our legs, getting them nice and long here. Okay, it also gets those knees working a little bit, gets that blood flowing in our legs. Good, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now let's do some step outs to the side. So we're going to take our right leg, lift it, step all the way out as far as you can, and then lift it back in. Then switch that left side out and in. Lift out and in. Good. So this one starts to work those hips again a little bit more, especially on the outside now. We want to always try to lift as high as we can, and that helps those hips get a little more flexible and stronger. Take your time and go at your own pace. Good. Let's do 4 more of these. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. I'm going to get a quick drink, and then we're going to go ahead and start. I want to start on some what we'll call as our big movements, working on lengthening, stretching, okay, reaching. So we're going to start with those straightening our legs out in front, just like we did in warm-ups. But we're going to add some reaching here, okay? And this will work our core and try to lengthen our legs and then, of course, our arms. So we're going to start with our right arm, okay? I'm going to put my left hand on my hip. I'm going to start my right arm. I'm going to take my right leg out, straighten it, and reach over the top, okay? So lengthening my arm, lengthening my leg. I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to take my left leg out and once again reach my right arm over my left foot. So I'm crossing now, okay? So we go straight in front, switch legs, and cross. Good. Straight and cross. Straight and cross. So you're just switching your legs, not your arms, and you want to try to lengthen those arms and legs. Good. Straight and cross. Straight and cross. Now you should also feel your core because you're reaching forward and you're squeezing that core. Let's do 2 more. Straight and cross. All right, now we're obviously going to do the other side. We're going to start with our left side, and we're going to lengthen our left arm straight and cross when we bring our right leg out. All right, so we go straight and cross. Straight and cross. Good. Now pay attention. See if you're straightening that leg. See if you're straightening your arm. And don't forget to lift that foot back so you're not dragging it on the floor. Working those quads and hip flexors again. Straight and cross. Straight and cross. And let's do 2 more. Straight and cross. Good. All right, we're going to do some more straightening and crossing. So this time, though, our legs are going to go out to the sides. Okay, I'm going to start with my, let's see, one did I start with last time? So I'm going to start with my right hand on my hip, and I'm going to start with my left hand, okay? This time I'm going to reach across as I step out. Reach across my body, okay? And then I'm going to go opposite out. My leg just keeps going out to the side, okay? This is a little trickier. So as I step out to the right, I'm going to take my left arm and reach out across it, come in, and then I'm going to step out again with it, but I'm going to go opposite, open, okay? So we go cross and reach and open. Good. Cross and reach and open. Nice. Cross and reach and open. Good. Leg is doing the same thing over and over. We're lifting it off the floor and stepping out. Good. So as you reach, you're squeezing your core, and then you're going to open it. Good. Cross and open. Cross and open. Cross, and one more like this. Cross and open. Nice. All right, now other side, same thing. So my left hand is on my hip, and I'm going to work my right arm. Remember, first we step out and reach across, and then we step out and open up. So we cross and open. So we're working the opposite side here. When we open up, it should be opposites. Cross and open. Good. Cross and open. Cross and open. Nice. Cross and open. Cross and open. Let's do a couple more. Cross and open. And last time to this side. Cross and open. Nice job. I'm going to restart our music here. All right, so instead of doing opposites now, let's do same side. Okay, same side. We're just going to do some steps towards the corner, okay, and reaching out. So we were doing forward, and then we did out to the side. This time, we're going to take a step out, straighten our leg out to the corner, and reach across our toe, okay? And then we'll switch to the other side. All right, let's try it. So we'll do right side, reach, left side, reach. Good. Try to straighten your leg, but out to the side just a little bit. Okay, so we're working those inner thighs a little bit. Good. Straightening those arms. Nice. Reach and reach. Good. Squeeze that core as you're reaching. Remember, you can slow it down to your own pace. Few more. Feeling get really stretched out here. And last one. Good. All right, now we're going to work our core a little bit more. We're going to get that heart rate up a little bit. Now that we're all warmed up, we're going to go up with our arms, out with our arms, and down with our arms. Okay, we want to try to straighten as much as we can. Let's just do the arms first. Up, then out, then down. Good. Up, then out, then down. Up, then out, then down. Up, then out, then down. Really nice, nice and big. All right, now we're going to add a jump with our legs, okay? We're going to try to do both legs at the same time, lifting out and in. So every time we do our arms, we're going to jump out, okay? And down. So we go up, out, and down. Very good. Up, out, then down. Up, out, then down. Up, out, then down. Good. Up, out, then down. One more time. Up, out, then down. Nice job. All right, that also gets the heart. My polka dots are moving. There we go. Self-made. All right, quick drink. So we did a lot of opening up. Now let's do a little bit of a pattern and see if we can remember it. Okay, we're going to use boxing for our pattern. So, whoops. So first, we're going to start with some uppercuts, right? We're going to do 2 on our right and then 2 on our left, okay? Then we're going to jab for 4. That's the start of our pattern. All right, so ready? Uppercuts right, uppercuts left, 4 jabs. 2 uppercuts each. Ready? 1, 2, and left, 2, and jab, 2, 3, 4. Good. Right, 2, left, 2, and jab, 2, 3, 4. Right and left and jab, 2, 3. One more time. Up and jab, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's the beginning of our pattern. Next, we're going to do 2 kicks on our right leg and 2 kicks on our left leg. Okay, then we're going to go back to 2 uppercuts on our right, 2 uppercuts on our left, jab for 4. Then 2 kicks with our right and 2 kicks with our left. All right, that's our new pattern. Ready? Start with those uppercuts. Right and left and jab. 2, 3, 4. And kick right, right, kick left, left, uppercuts. 1, 2, and left. 2, and jab. 2, 3, 4. Kick right, 2, kick left, 2, uppercuts. 1, 2, 1, 2, jabs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kick right. 1, 2, kick left. 1, 2, uppercuts. 1, 2, 1. You got it. 2, and jab. 2, 3, 4. Kick right. 1, 2, kick left. 1, 2, uppercuts. 1, 2, 1, 2, jab. 2, 3, 4. Kick right. 1, 2, kick left. 1, 2. One more time through. Up, 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 up. Jab, 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 jab. Kick, kick, and kick, kick. Good. All right, we're going to add at the end, after our kicks, we're going to add 4 crosses back and forth. Okay, so we start with uppercut, uppercut, jab for 4, then kick to the right, kicks on the left, and then cross for 4 back and forth. Then we start over with those uppercuts. All right, everybody got it? We're going to start slow. We'll go slow. All right, ready? Up and jab. 2, 3, 4. Kick right. 1, 2. Kick left. 1, 2, and cross. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 1, 2. Jab. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kick right. 1, 2. Kick left. 1, 2. Cross. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start over. Up, 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 up. Jab. 2, 3, 4. Kick, kick, switch, kick, kick, and cross. 1, 2, 3. One more time through. Up, up, switch, up, up, jab. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kick, kick and switch, kick, kick and cross. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. All right. Let's stop with that, but we're going to do it one more time, 3 times through, and I'm not going to call anything. I want you to try to remember the pattern, okay? We're going to go through it slow, 3 times through. All right, we ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice job. Nice job. All right, let's throw in a little core work here, some fun stuff since it's Halloween. We're going to do some stirring of the brew, okay, or the cauldron. So remember, we have a big cauldron out here, and we're going to stir it around the rim, okay? So we want to just not move our arms. We also want to move our core, okay? In a circular motion, forward and around. We're going to go 10 times one way, and then we'll go 10 times the other way. So it works lots and lots of different core muscles in your body. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right, now let's do some holds, okay? This is going to work our core in a little bit different way. We'll call these the Frankenstein holds, okay? Because we're going to have one arm up, one arm out, okay? Like we're walking, okay? But we're going to hold it, okay? We're going to hold it, and we're going to lean back. We're going to squeeze your core. All right. Lost my microphone here. Okay, so let's lift our left arm. Okay, sit up tall. Lift your left leg out into like you're kicking. Okay, and then you're going to lean back. You're going to squeeze your core. Try not to touch the back of your chair. Hold it here. And breathe. Other arm is down to your side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up. Okay, so you might feel it a little bit more on one side than the other. That's really normal, but we're going to straighten that out now. So we're going to do the other side. So we lift our right arm up in front, our left leg up, and lean back and hold. Other arm is down to the sides. We're squeezing our core. You should feel your leg too. We're going to hold this about 30 seconds. Squeeze that core tight. Try not to lean. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Take a deep breath or two, grab a drink, and then when you're ready, grab your weights. We're going to do some strength training next. All right, let's start with that upper body, okay? We're going to do different movements, and we're going to go back to back, okay, for our upper body, and then we'll switch to our legs. So we're going to start with a chest squeeze. Our arms are out to the sides, the slight bend in the elbow. I want to sit up nice and tall, okay? I'm going to squeeze the bottom of my weights together, and then open back up. Let's count to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 5 more, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, now we're going to do some slides, okay, out in front and pull back. So once again, working our shoulders and our chest again. Straighten and bend back. Now, when we straighten, we're also going to kick out one leg at a time. It's going to look like this. Out and back. Out and back. All right? And we're going to do 12 of these. Ready? 1. Switch legs. 2. 3. 4. 5. Squeeze that core. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. All right, put those weights on your legs for a few seconds and rest. So once we were kicking our leg out, you were squeezing your core too, okay? All right, now just our legs for a little bit. Keep the weights on top of your legs. Okay, we're going to do some circle movements. We're going to circle out, and then we're going to circle in, back and forth. With the right leg first, all right? We're going to touch down our leg every time. So big circle out, and then big circle in. Out and in, as big as you can. Out and in. Good, getting lots of movement in that hip. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. 3 more each. Out. In. Out. In. And last time, out and in. Good. All right, you kind of have to lean a little bit for that one, don't you? All right, now we're going to try our left leg. Same thing. Big circle out, touch down, big circle in. Ready? Out and in. Keep it big. Out and in. 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 And 3 more each. Out and in. Out and in. And last time, out and in. Whew. All right, now we're going to do our chest again, okay? We're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to do a chest squeeze for 15, and then we're going to do those slides for 12 with our leg kicks. Okay, so we want to sit up tall here. Ready? 1, squeeze those chest muscles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good. All right, now we're going to do those slides, kicking our leg out. Now, here's what I want you to think about this time. We're doing it without even knowing it probably. You're squeezing that core tight. I want you to think about it a little harder this time and try not to lean, okay? Try not to lean back too much. So he really forces you to squeeze that core. All right, nice and slow. Ready? 1, 2, squeeze that core. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, good. 10, 11, and 12. All right, weights back on the legs. Nice job. All right, we are going to just work on our quads now. This is going to start to burn a little bit. So we're going to lift our leg all the way up and down for a count of 10. Then we're going to hold it up for a count of 10. And then we're going to pulse it for a count of 10. Okay, then we'll switch legs. So all the way up as high as you can, up and down for 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now lift it up as high as you can towards your chest. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now pulse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, take a breath. We're going to do the other leg. So our left side, same thing. As high as you can, up and down for 10, hold for 10, and pulse for 10. Let's go. 1, nice and high. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now lift and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Whew. All right. We're going to do our chest one more time. Same movements. Chest squeezes for 15, slides for 12 with a leg kick. All right, ready? Last set of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in and out with every rep. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good. All right, our last set of slides, out and back, kicking those legs, sitting up tall. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, we're putting our weights down, and we're going to finish up with our core movements. We're going to stir that cauldron 10 times one way and then 10 times the other way. All right, so our backs, our core, we're moving all of it. All right, getting those arms out big in front. All right, ready? One way for 10. 1, 2, squeeze that core. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stop. Let's go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we are done though. Okay, we're done. We're going to stretch really good now. All right, so quick drink if you want. We're going to stretch. Really nice work today. All right. So we worked that core a lot in different ways today. So I want you to feel that lower back stretch as we reach our right heel out. We're going to straighten that leg and we're going to feel our hamstring, but let's also stretch our core as we reach down for that toe. Okay? You should feel that little stretch in the lower back as well as the hamstring. Reaching straight forward. Your other foot is out in the front to support you. And we're going to take some deep breaths in and out. Good. Let's sit up and switch those legs. Our left heel is out. We're going to straighten that leg, and then we're going to lean forward and then reach towards that toe straight ahead. You should feel a stretch in your lower back as well. Take some deep breaths in and out. All right, now let's try to put both feet out in the front. Okay, our hands are on our lap. And then I just want you to slowly slide your hands. You don't have to go far. I want you to feel that stretch in your lower back. Okay, support your hands on your legs. You should feel that lower back way down deep. You can go further if you want. Our legs are straight, so you're going to feel a lot of stretching in those hamstrings also. Take those deep breaths. And walk yourself back up and scoot yourself to the back of the seat. Okay, now we're going to work on stretching our hips and our glutes a little bit. So I'm going to keep my left foot on the floor and I'm going to bring my right leg up and over the top. This starts to stretch that right hip area, right glute area. Now I'm going to take my knee and pull it up in towards my chest. And it really opens up that right glute. So if you can't hold it in, you can try to maybe wrap your arm around it. It pulls it in tighter, but it is easier to hold it that way with your arm. It's stronger. Take some deep breaths in and out. This is a hard stretch. This is really good on the hips, though. Good job. Everybody does such a good job with this. You guys are so flexible. Think about when you first started, if this was hard or not. It's probably hard. All right, we're going to let that go, but I want you to take your hands now on that inner thigh and push that leg down. Now this opens up the top of the leg where the hip flexors are. So you kind of push it down, push it away from your body to try to open that top area right here. Top of the leg, that's where you should feel it. Now, once you have that pressed down and you feel that open up, wiggle that top toe a little bit. Just working that ankle. Good. All right. Now, let's switch our feet. So, we're going to put our right foot down and bring our left leg up and over the top. First, stretching that left hip area. I'm going to try to bring that knee up and in. And then if you want, lock it into that arm. Opening up that left side here. Whew. Take some deep breaths. All right. Now let's let our leg come down. We're going to take our hands on that inner thigh and push that leg down and away from our body. Opening up that left hip flexor area. And then if you want, take that top toe, wiggle it around. Good. All right, let's put both feet on the floor now. We're going to do a little twist at the waist. Okay? So I'm going to grab one side of my chair with both hands, and I'm going to slowly turn my body around as far as it'll go to the right. Hold it there and breathe. Good. And come back to the center. Let's switch to the other side. Okay, we're going to turn to the left, and we're going to hold as far around as we can and breathe. Good. And come back to the center. All right, now let's clasp our hands together and extend our arms out straight. Okay? Push those shoulders forward to open the top of the back, and then slowly drop that chin down towards the chest. You should feel that stretch in your upper back and your upper shoulders. It's a really nice stretch here. Maybe a little down the back of the neck. Good. Now let's lift our chin up towards the ceiling and open our arms nice and wide and low. We're stretching open that chest we worked. Take some deep breaths in and out. Lean back into your chair. All right, and drop those arms. All right, last thing we're going to do is slowly reach down for the toes. Okay, and then take a deep breath and lift up with that core and reach up over your head and deep breath in. Exhale and fold. Inhale and reach up. Exhale and fold. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. And sit up nice and tall. You are done for today. Great job. Yeah, you guys did awesome. Great workout. And thank you all for joining me at home. Have a good rest of your day and hope to see you again soon. Bye now. Feel like singing the Mouseketeer song. M-I-C. See you real soon. K-E.